So we'll have strawberries come to us daily from Watsonville.
I normally come to the MilkPail for the fruits and vegetables.
And they do a lot of good for the community, you know.
Because so many people come and the turnover is fast, so they stay fresh. The supply is always fresh, and always the diversity is there.
I'm from Russia. Everything from Russia, I see here. A lot of products from Russia.
I like to shop at an independent place. And I like to support independent people that are doing something rather than the big chains.
I think lots of small businesses build their business because they pioneer new things. And one of the reasons maybe that the MilkPail is in business 34 years later, it's because many, many years ago, we were giving out eggs for, we'd sell a dozen eggs for a penny a dozen. In exchange, the customer would have to buy a pound of cheese. Well, of course, we were losing money when we sold a dozen eggs for a penny. But what it did is it created a certain amount of awareness and loyalty. So fast forward 25 years to today, and lots of people now only buy their cheese from the MilkPail. And maybe it's not the original customer from 25 years ago. It might be their children or it might be their grandchildren. So we have a lot of generational business at the store these days.
Because I meet a lot of people I know here all the time. And that's my connection. I know everybody who works here now. I've been coming for a long time.
I'm from Kentucky, so I'm from a smaller community, and there we really try to support local businesses and other local affiliates, and usually the people who own those businesses are your friends and family. So coming out here, you like to support that network, knowing that it's other people's friends and families that are running the business and that's helping sustain their living. And also it helps sustain the local economy, not letting corporate interests come and infringe upon that sense of community is really important to me.
Because there's a lot of Hispanics that work here, so I feel really comfortable going up to them and asking them, hey, where's the beans, or where's the local fruit? So I feel very comfortable here, yes.
So, and I really enjoy the help they have here. They seem to know a lot about the fruit, and they help me pick out everything, and it's usually very good.
Cheese.
Produce on cheese. I love the tomatoes.
A lot of Chinese vegetables.
We eat lots of Mexican food, so they have good chilies and things to make yummy salads, tomatoes and fruits, all kinds of stuff.
Well, I prefer locally grown because then I know that it's fresh. When it's overseas, most of the time the vegetables and fruit are not fresh. They're frozen or they're picked green and then they ripen during traveling time.
Oh, we should definitely buy locally grown product whenever we can. And the energy footprint of bringing things from Mexico and from Peru all the way here is huge. So if we can, we should.
We want to help the local farmers also, instead of buying produce out of the area.
Locally grown produce is of course better for you because there are guidelines to check for the safety and is regulated by FDA to make sure that they use safe pesticides and fertilizer to grow it. But imported produce is kind of hard to make sure those guidelines are in place and there is checks and balances for that.
I don't know, it just seems like it's good, healthy food, and I think it can't be anything but good for the community to have places like this. So
when you can come in and see the owner checking out how things are set up and guiding things. You're going to go to a large chain store and you're not going to see the owner, you're not going to see the manager, you're going to see people who don't really care about, just more bottom line, financially responsible decisions instead of people that they get to look at every day and go, what's best for that person? Why is that? I want to see that person again,
And the holiday fund is something where people in the community can give money to the Palo Alto Weekly, and then they distribute that money to about 22 different groups where there's an emphasis on supporting children's needs. Well, the neat thing about the fund is that the Hewlett organization, the Hewlett Foundation, and the Packard Foundation, they match the monies that go to the fund. So what the MilkPail did is we agreed to match our customers' contributions so that if a customer gave us $5 and the MilkPail matched it with $5, that becomes $10, and then the foundation matches it with $10, so that customer's $5 becomes $20. So we raised $1,800 through our little community business.
Wow.
And I hope next year I'll be able to, with that experience, influence other small businesses, small local businesses like coffee shops and things, to do the same sort of thing, because it's a great way for the community to work in concert together through small businesses.
Stick out to, tell an epic quest that is MilkPail?
Wow, that was pretty darn highfalutin. Shotskis, huh? I thought that was a Czechoslovakian drink.